video on the thing.
All right, we'll go. Everybody on the outside can write some notes. Here we go.
I have to write notes on top of notes.
2, 1, acción.
Oh, okay. So I want to start with the first question. Does hip hop still have social value? I want to say yes, especially today. Like, well, I mean, it's always had social value, but I would say today, like, especially with this Soy Yo song, I would say it's like, especially with the issues going on with the wall in the U.S. and Mexico. It definitely has social value. This song, especially giving a voice to the Latinos and Latinas who struggle with, I don't know, who may like come over here and not be poor. I mean, be poor, sorry. Oops. I forgot what I was gonna say. Okay, and who like come over here and they're just kind of put down and who are oppressed. So I think this music video just kind of gives a voice to people who are put down, and it definitely has value, you know, like revealing truth and everything within society for them.
Like in the video, like of the song that she was talking about, it's like the little girl walking down the street, and like here it says like it's like admitting like self-confidence, like it rubs off on like the person watching it, so that just goes along with what she said.
Okay. So going off from the first and third question, so in the article it says that she has gone from an unknown little girl to a Latina icon, and I feel like she has, because her words on the song Soy Yo, she people can relate to it when it says, don't worry if they don't accept you, and if they criticize you, just say that's me. So people go through the same thing, and I feel like this could change how people see like the world, because the words she's telling the truth about what she's going through, and many people do too.
Thank you.
So going off of what Anna said about like confidence, it's kind of, and what like you said about like the lyrics, it's kind of like the way like if they judge you, just say that's me. It's kind of like saying like, it's just crap. Okay, give me a second. It's like when people like criticize you for who you are, it's not your fault because that's who you are. It's how you were raised. It's how you were like, just like between like social, like everything. It's just the way you are. Like you can't really criticize someone for how they act or whatever. I mean, obviously if it's like obnoxious, that's a problem. But if it's just like traits and like how they want to express themselves, that's not an exact like. It's not a problem. It's just, that's just how they want to like portray themselves. And like the little girl, even though like they're like her society, like she was shown with like funny, like funky hair and like her own style, but yet she was still matching. She had matching Crocs with her shirt and stuff. But she didn't care what the other girls thought. Like she was young, and that's like really good for like being young. Like obviously like we all hope like she keeps that confidence, but like she was truly like being herself. Like she didn't keep like in the photo she has like her hair straight and like stuff, like not trying to say like normal, but like obviously in the video she was portraying someone that just truly wants to be themselves no matter like what other people in society like thinks. Because when people would give her like dirty looks, she wouldn't care. She would continue being herself. Like when she was dancing at the end of the video, the three people are like, what is she doing? But she was feeling herself. Like she was living it up. She doesn't need anybody else. So yeah.
And also, when other songs talk about how like self-confidence and feeling down, they normally just say, "Oh, it's gonna be okay. You're gonna be good." But like, it doesn't really speak, because no, it's not gonna be okay. How do you know it's gonna be okay? You don't know what's going on inside my mind, and you have no idea what's going on. So like, that's what I do not like when people say that. Like, obviously, it's like a involuntary like saying to say when someone's sad. It's like, oh, it's gonna be okay. Because no, you don't know that at all. And so what's really good about this one is just to like just be super like confident in yourself and always
tell you how to
and it tells you how to, yeah. In the song it's talking about how you can never let these people get to you, and it shows you how. So like she dances with everybody. She stands up to the bullies. Like in this song, like in the video, she's shown in New York City walking around and just like dancing with the guys that were bullying her, or like she just plays off. She plays a recorder to like get these like little white girls to get off her hiney. Yeah.
Going off of what Stella said about how she was portrayed as like when like she's like a young girl just being herself. I also think that whenever you're young, it's like a conscience thing. Like you don't like as we grow up, we grow. I don't want to say like we learn like, but we become more aware of what people think about us.
Yeah.
So whenever we're young, like I used to do my hair like all crazy and like it wouldn't look good. Like I know how to do it better now, but like I wouldn't care. Like I didn't know that it was my hair looked bad because I didn't know any better and I didn't care. And my mom let me walk around like that because like nobody felt like it's like of course if I was going somewhere for real, like she would do my hair for me. But if I was going to school and like in 3rd grade, everybody else looked like me, so they couldn't judge themselves. So like it's just a thing. Like whenever like like whenever you're young, you don't have that type of type of awareness. And as we grow, like I wish like people like even at Sprayberry and like I walk around and like seeing what people wear, I'm like I could never pull that off. And I'm glad you have the confidence like to do that, because I know that I wouldn't. Like I would be like checking my shoulder like everywhere I go, because like I just like think that's like really cool that you have confidence to walk around and like not that like it's just different, you know, not in a bad way,
the
but
way the hair is done, or is
no, everything, even their whole entire style. You know, like you see the people like wearing like all the
She has confidence.
and like the chains and the plaid. I don't know if like she's tall like
Tabitha?
No, she's like tall and skinny. She has short. Yeah, she walks around with the blue.
Oh,
like,
I
with the
know.
blue. Yeah, her. Like
There's a
think.
girl named Tabitha in our grade who does that too.
And I don't look at her and be like, oh, I'm like you just wear. I'm like, oh, that's your style. I'm glad you can, you know.
Or like the boy who walks around with.
Or the girl that has like the big afro. She has like.
I love her, Gabby. Oh my God, yes.
I know what you're talking about.
Yes, I
agree.
love her style. Okay.
Was she in the
Like
play?
she said
Yeah, she did the belly dancing.
Oh, she was so good.
Yeah.
She's friends with Walter.
Definitely going off of what Caitlin said, because she just popped off. But like, I know for a fact when I was in 5th grade, I wore like cupcake leggings. I got everything from Justice.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah. I mean, Justice was expensive, but I mean, but like, nobody like.
I got all my clothes.
I'm not gonna talk about that. But like, what I'm trying to say is that like, I thought I was cute as heck, and like like what Caitlin said, I wasn't like aware of like, because we didn't have like social media, we didn't know like what was in style, which I mean obviously thank God, but I mean like, but kids these days they do, and we can like see that, because it could be like, that's a crop top on like a 10-year-old.
Oh my God.
Like that kind of stuff. I'm not saying that's like wrong, but it's definitely like different. Like, cause I wore tank tops and cupcake leggings. I wore polka dots with like stripes. Like I don't know what to say, but like, but like what I'm trying to say is that like we didn't have that like social media like influence to tell us like what was like wrong, and like nobody like cared, because at the time when we didn't have social media, everyone was like we weren't like, we didn't say that was her style, but that's just the way like we would put ourselves out. We'd be like, I like the color blue, so I'm gonna just dress all
All
blue,
blue, yeah.
like straight up. And so, but like today, now that we're older, all of us have like brands. Like she has Nike, Harley has Champion. Like we all have like influential type things. And so like obviously when we were younger, we would like maybe we would have it, but we wouldn't think much of it. But now it's like there's such
Oh,
an
you-
impact.
About with
were-
my bands,
yeah.
like, that's
With my
just
silly
silly
bands.
And then
What really speaks out about this is that like she doesn't care what other people think, and she wants to wear what she wears. Like I remember in middle school, I would try my hardest to fit in. Like I would see people wearing like so there was like this style and like in 6th grade, and like you wore like a white t-shirt with a flannel around your waist.
Yes.
And I tried to wear that so many times, and like there was like a new style that was going around in my school about how like you would put some of your hair up here, like a half down, and so and like I would try to wear that, and then I would get like made fun of. I'd be like, "Girl, you wearing the same exact thing." I'd be like, "Oh my God, you're trying to like fit in and everything." So they would make fun of me for trying to. I don't know.
But would make fun of you if
They
you
would try
stood
to
out.
they would try to like make fun of me for fitting in. They were like, "Oh my God, you're trying to copy us." I'm like, "No, it's just the style that's going in, but I'm trying to fit in so I don't get made fun of for sitting out. But now you're making fun of me for fitting in." And so what really speaks about this? Oh my God, they go to last. That makes sense. They're the white blonde kids that go to Lassiter, and like they think that they're so cool and everything because they have all this stuff, and I'm just like, stop. And then also, and then like also like what Stella said about how like these little like kids. I remember this girl's little sister. So this is when I was in 7th grade.
Let's just show her.
This is when I was in 7th grade. This girl's little sister had like an iPhone, like the newest iPhone, and she was wearing like a crop top up to here. I was like, what? No, you can't do that. I wasn't even allowed to have a phone until middle school, and God knows what would happen to me if I was caught wearing a crop top that short in elementary school. Like,
I literally the little girl was in
I literally had to wear like
in
capri
elementary
shorts
school.
in elementary school. Like you couldn't wear shorts higher than your knees in middle school.
Yes.
I mean in like elementary.
I got like quite a discussion, but they've changed dress code in middle school. So like you like walk into a middle school and these girls are wearing like leggings and tank tops, like their butts all out.
couldn't even wear leggings in elementary.
They're like
We had to
12.
come
My kids like you can wear shorts.
No problem.
That's because they're coming over in New York.
She wants everyone to Ew, what is
Well, talking from for me it was a different like way, because when I was younger, like my mom would dress me like in a certain way she wanted me to dress up, and like I would get made fun of, and like it's still kind of like in my conscience, like I'm scared of wearing certain things because probably someone will say something about it, because that's just the way that I grew up. People always saying like, oh, you can't use that, oh, you have to wear this because that doesn't fit like your body, or it just doesn't look good on your skin color, or
I think that's a big thing, and especially being like in the dance world, like everyone, and like even that's a thing that like another social thing that goes with this. Well, we're not